And I want you to tell me that spot right there on a 1 to 5 scale, how painful is that?
I'll say 4.
Let me know if you have a 5 spot.
Yeah,
right there. Okay. So now let's see. How's that?
A lot better.
A lot better. A 2, a 1. What would you give it?
2.
2. There you go. He jumped from a 5 to a 2 right there. Hello everybody, welcome. Synergy Wellness, Chiropractic and Physical Therapy. So we got an interesting case here. We got a police officer, a New York City police officer, and my salute to police officers, because what these guys have to go through right now under the circumstances is really tough. 99.9% of police officers are awesome in what they do, and we all know that. So there's a lot of political football going around in here, and we all in America support the police. So, and if there are some that don't, it's a very small fringe. So that I want to say first. But we got an interesting case here. He's a firearms instructor, so he's shooting guns, rifles, handguns, right, all day long. You can imagine the impact on the shoulders, on the upper body, and of course he's having, why don't you tell people what you're having, and then you can tell people what you went through before you had this problem.
I'm having a little bit of a neck issue, and it's coming down to my shoulder blades, and I'm feeling some numbness and some tingling, but also some pain sometimes if it goes there on. It's taking turns sometimes. Last week it was my right arm. This week is my left arm. But it's going into there, and early April, March to April, I was hospitalized with from the coronavirus. I spent 11 days in the emergency room.
You hear that?
With the corona.
So he spent 11 days in the ER with COVID, and I want people to understand that there are people that have come in here that have tested positive in the past and have gotten through the coronavirus, and some have been hospitalized, some not, and you never know which one you're going to be. But there's nothing to be worried about, okay? This was back in April. He is completely safe to be around. I've been around, I get tested regularly. I've been around so many patients that have had and gone through coronavirus already, and everybody, obviously you isolated yourself for a while after that, and then they released you from the hospital. But you know, he really struggled. He could barely breathe. He could only breathe on one side, right?
It was only I had to lean on my right side to be able to breathe comfortably.
Yeah. So I just want everybody to know, though, that once they recover, they're safe. They're safe to be around. You notice a lot of people not admitting that they had coronavirus. True. Some are, but it's perfectly safe. He's not going to infect me. And again, I get tested regularly, and I've been fine. I've tested negative every single time. I can't tell you how many different tests I've had. I've had about, over the last few months, at least 8 to 10 tests over the last few months. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at your neck, okay? But what's going on with him is obviously a pinched nerve, and that's why he's getting the numbness and tingling. We already know that it's the ulnar nerve and the lower part of his cervical spine. So we're going to do some orthopedic tests here just to take a further look. And tell me if this increases the pain. Does that increase the pain?
No.
Okay. Or numbness? Does that increase the pain or numbness?
No.
Okay. And does that increase the pain or numbness?
No.
Okay. And does that feel better?
It does.
Okay. All right, go ahead and lay down on your stomach. So we did some cervical compression tests, and those were not positive, so that's a good sign. And his right leg is a little short. He said he's in the past had some back pain, and his hips are definitely out of alignment here. This right hip is lower, so he probably would have some. Do you ever get tightness on the left side? There you go. So I just know that. I've been doing this for 20 years. I knew it would be on the left, most likely. I guess it was a 50-50 guess, right? But left side, I'm assuming you didn't even put that you had low back pain on the on the intake form. You put that it was all neck. And I know that's his primary complaint, but we're definitely going to take a look at that lower back and pay that some attention. Relax your head and shoulders. And you're sensitive right in there, tender right there. And in here, how's that? Okay?
Yeah, it kind of hurts.
Yeah, okay. And how about over here? Any tenderness here?
A little tender.
No?
Yeah, a little
A
bit.
little bit? Okay, on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the worst.
I said 3.
3? Okay. And how about over here? Scale 1 to 5?
No, 5.
5. Okay, so the right side's worse. And is that the side that's acting up right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so his arm numbness goes from side to side. Yeah, it could be a disc injury, very possible. We wouldn't know that unless we run an MRI, and we could do that. And we may do that, especially if he's not improving after a couple of visits. Most patients do improve after a few visits, so we'll just have to see. His insurance will cover an MRI if we need to do that, but we're not going to rush to that right away. Okay, turn your face to the left. Ear in the crease of the table there, and just run it flat. There you go. Compare that and turn it to the right. Is it tighter to one side?
I think to the left it felt for some reason.
Okay, turn it back to the left. Okay, and back to center. Okay, sit up for me. So this is a dynamometer, and this can measure his grip strength. So we know the brachial plexus right here in the base of the neck has a branch of nerves that exit and come down and control not only the sensation but the muscles in the arms. So we're going to test to make sure that there's no weakness. Are you a righty or a lefty?
Righty.
Okay. You're going to go ahead and squeeze that. Okay. So I imagine you can relax. I imagine you have, all you need to do is squeeze it as hard as you can and then just release. Okay.
Okay.
It kind of goes up there and stops at the height.
Okay.
So you're right on the money at 100. 100 pounds. Okay. So I'm going to do the left side.
So is that right? Yeah.
Good. Okay. Left side was 82. Go ahead and try the right side again. Okay. And that was
I did it twice.
94.
Or is it?
94. And switch it to this side. Hold on. Okay, go ahead on the left. Good, and relax. Okay, that was a good one. That was 105 on the left. Okay, and then we're going to do the right. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, we take an average of 3 here. Good. And that was 110. And we're going to do we just don't want more than a 10-pound difference. Go ahead. Good. And that one was 84. So you had an 84, an 85, and a 105 on the left. You're a righty.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take the, you take the average of that. And then you had a 110, 194 on the right. Okay? If you take the average of that, I would say that is a bigger than a 10-pound difference. Slightly different. Just off the top of my head, that's slightly different, right? It's a little bit, you're stronger obviously on the right side, but maybe there's some weakness on the left side, but that is also your weak arm, so it's on that border between 10 and 15.
Right.
I'd have to do the average, the number crunching afterwards.
Okay.
And we can always retest that, okay? That's just checking your muscle strength. So I'm gonna have you stand up. Okay. Any pain in here? In here? In here?
No.
And in here?
No.
All right. Okay, so we have an NYPD officer here on the table. We've given him some heat for about 10 minutes, and we're gonna, obviously we just spoke, he has a pinched nerve, right, and numbness down into the arms. So what I'm gonna do for him today is, we're gonna give him some free cold laser therapy treatment today, because he deserves it. He's a police officer. And I appreciate what the NYPD does in this city. And we're going to go ahead and show you guys what we do with trigger points here. I've done some other videos on that. But I just told him about a new rental laser program we have, which is amazing because his wife had, can I say? She had surgery, or his fiance had surgery on her neck, and she had a disc replaced, or a fusion of some sort. I'm not sure, I haven't seen her, and she's still having pain, and that does not surprise me. We see a lot of people. We've done a video on failed back surgery. I think in 3 visits we had her walking normally, and she's doing great months later now. There's a lot she can do, and one of them is laser therapy. It can heal and repair all that soft tissue damage around the joint that she had surgery on. So this is a great tool. And then Cox technique also, she can have that done. It's a very gentle chiropractic technique for post-surgical cases. So we're gonna go ahead and laser him here 60 seconds. And I want you to tell me that spot right there on a 1 to 5 scale. How painful is that?
Let's say 4.
4? Okay, let's find a 5 spot if you have it. Let me know if you have a 5 spot.
Yeah,
right there. Okay. So we're just going to do 1 minute here. And he's never had laser therapy done before, so I want him to see the benefit of it, and how it can help his wife too. And they're really cost effective. They're only $40 a day. You can treat twice in a day. Normally a laser session is a lot more than $40, and that's for 1 treatment here in the office. So it makes more sense to do it at home on your own, and we show you how to do it. So this would be 1 spot clearly that you would want to administer the laser. 2 to 3 minutes for you. We're just going to do 60 seconds here. We're almost there. This is also going to help calm and inhibit the nerve, the ulnar nerve that's causing numbness down into your arm. So now let's see what that trigger point looks like. How's that?
A lot better.
A lot better? A 2, a 1, what would you give it?
2.
2. There you go. He jumped from a 5 to a 2 right there. So we're going to go ahead and laser the rest of the shoulder and right around the brachial plexus. And then go ahead and get him adjusted. Okay, so now we're going to pull out the PTLMS machine. You need a license to buy one of these. These are not like the Theraguns you see on the market all over Facebook being sold. But we're going to go ahead and loosen the top of the shoulders up, the traps, some of the rotator cuff muscles. It's going to get loud. Can I get it right in there? So I'm just going to open this up a little bit. Let me know if it's too much for you. Doing okay? sensitive, so let me know if it's too much, all right?
Yes, sir.
I have a few friends that are in the NYPD and a few that are retired. And I never really even thought to ask them if they've been watching football or not. It's probably a mixed bag, huh? Some guys are just fanatics. Football is like, it's kind of hard to give up if you're a fanatic. If you don't love the sport, I could see why. If you were a police officer, why your arm should be more tender right there. We're going to adjust that. It's still sensitive. So go ahead and turn over on your back for me. So you got a couple of anterior subluxations there, okay? That's why they're tender right on the spine there. So I'm going to have you cross your arms, and the anterior subluxation means the vertebra is shifted forward, in towards your chest cavity. So that's why I'm adjusting you backwards, face up instead of face down.
Okay.
Tuck your chin down, take a deep breath in, half a sit up, and blow all the way out. Okay, good. And one more. Good. And again, deep breath in. And just relax. Good. And head back. Okay. All right?
Yep. Feel like I needed that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Turn back over, but you're gonna lay on this left side here. Okay, you're gonna bend this leg here. Good. So just gonna, I know you're not having any back pain, but we're gonna correct this pelvic misalignment here for you. Okay. Good, take a deep breath in. And blow all the way out. Okay, you alright?
Yep.
Other side up. This is your first chiropractic adjustment, correct?
Yes.
Alright. And bend this leg. So, you may be a little sore after your first adjustment. It's not going to be anything worse than you're already feeling.
Right.
That I can be sure of. But you may be a little sore, like you had a good workout, especially across the shoulders where I use that machine, okay? But we did laser the shoulders, so that'll help minimize any pain afterwards, all right? And any soreness. Take a deep breath in here. Good, and blow all the way out. Okay, and on your stomach. Better. You're really tight through here. Feel these muscles here? Especially right through here on the left, okay? So I'm going to give you a stretch today, a lacrosse ball to take home with you to start loosening up this side, and that's going to help you with your neck and upper back. All right, so we're going to eventually put you on decompression. This is traction. There's a difference. Lift your head up for me. Drop your head back. Traction is controlled manually, and decompression is done by a computer where it'll pull and traction you out, and then it'll come in a percentage and it'll pull out and come in a percentage, and it'll gradually do that based on a computer, right? It uses an algorithm there, and you can change that, but traction is manual traction. So we're going to start you off manually, and eventually we'll move you to decompression, and this helps to decompress the discs where the nerves exit on the side. So this is going to help the numbness down the arms, okay, and decompress those discs, take some pressure off the nerves. And when I tested you in the other room, remember when I pulled your neck upwards, it felt better? Mm-hmm. So we're just basically doing the same thing here. Cervical traction. Good. How do you feel there? Good. Let me know if there's any dizziness or anything, or any pain shooting down your arm. Good. We're going to release a little bit. We're going to do it again here. Okay, take a deep breath in and blow all the way out. And again, deep breath in. Lift your head gently, drop it back. So far, okay? Great. And now, because he's a firearms instructor, we're going to check his shoulders here. So your arms out. I'm going to push down, resist me. 1, 2, 3, resist. Good. Now, relax here. Yep. Palm out. Lock your elbow. I'm going to pull out this way, then I'm going to pull this way. Resist me on 3. 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain? Nope. 1, 2, 3, resist. Any pain? Nope. Good, relax there. And we're going to try this arm. Palm out, lock the elbow. And 1, 2, 3, resist. Good, and 1, 2, 3, resist. Good, all right. You're solid. All right, until next time.